Shortly, the academic procession will enter the graduation hall and have taken their positions on stage. Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the National Anthem. Would you please stand for the academic procession?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Chris Tobin, representative of Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budji Mulinaul, everyone. Good morning. Adnalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately to secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here this morning. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably more readily understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here almost 250 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing but the tools they carried, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. Now, these were not primitive societies, these were ancient cultures. So there was no slavery, no armies, no rich and poor, no rents or mortgages, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained with fire and responsible harvesting. Our waterways and rivers kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So remember, this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. But we're a clever people, and really we don't have a better alternative. We're going to make ourselves a beautiful world. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, and we are normally and naturally a happy and healthy people. I would suggest, though, that you share your gifts with the rest of us. Be kind and fearless, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that we will put together a world that we can be proud of, and one that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. I just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you and welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic of Macquarie University, Professor Kevin Jameson.
Can I start by saying thank you, Chris Tobin. It's always a pleasure to have you here at graduations. It's special to hear you speak, so thank you for your very generous and warm welcome to country. Thank you. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly of all, our graduands. It's my distinct honour and a pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and your guests a special greeting from the members of our University Council, the governing body of the university. I hope that this will be a very happy and a memorable occasion for all of you. I see that we have a small number of small children and even a few babies here today. And I want you to know that they're especially welcome, even if they do become a little restless and noisy. There's no celebration that isn't improved by the presence of children, and we certainly hope that they enjoy their day too, and perhaps return one day as Macquarie University students. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. You have worked very hard to get here today, and you have every right to feel proud of what you've accomplished. We here at the university are just as proud of you, and I'm very pleased to be able to stand here and congratulate each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families and supporters and friends of our graduates here today, both here in the hall, but also watching the live stream. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive of your importance. As the father of 3 sons, one of whom has finished university, one of whom is just finishing now, and one who is just starting, I can empathise with the challenges and the triumphs that no doubt you have observed and shared during that time, and your pride and your emotions today. So to our invited guests, congratulations to you also, and I thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. You graduates here today may not realise it, but you are about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date, say 1500 AD, and look to see what social institutions were then around and are still around today, you'd find about only 60. That would include the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons or local government areas. The rest of the 60 are all universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you are wearing now, and participating in ceremonies like this one. And since those earliest graduations, this ceremony has remained, almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. Now, we all realise that Macquarie is not one of those ancient universities, as we are only just over 50 years old. Although we are amongst the youngest universities in the world, we are very proud to take part in this time-honoured ceremony with you today. Youth, however, does have its advantages. Macquarie University is very modern and an outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation for world-leading research excellence, engagement and impact. We progress by extending our research, our partnerships, our course offerings and our facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach is built on a collaborative and connected learning community. This is a very exciting time for Macquarie University, amidst much change, as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold. No doubt you will have witnessed as you arrived here today, or perhaps as you leave, the development taking place around campus at the moment. We now have over 190,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. It's very clear that we're forward-looking and we're on the move. Macquarie University will always be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some matters diverge. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. So ladies and gentlemen, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. And in just a few minutes, it will be my very great pleasure to confer your degrees upon you and to welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars that we proudly call Macquarie University. However, before I do that, it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Adrian Bloom. Adrian is a Managing Director with Bank of America Merrill Lynch and Head of Asia Pacific Financial Institutions Corporate Banking. Adrian is responsible for enhancing the relationships with the bank with key financial institutions and government clients across 12 markets in Asia Pacific, delivering the bank's full global capability. Her portfolio covers banks, asset managers, insurance companies and governments. Prior to that, Adrian was responsible for financial institutions, corporate banking in Australia. Adrian joined Bank of America Merrill Lynch in 2011, followed experience in structured financing at Westpac and Commonwealth Bank. She began her career in finance at UBS and was promoted to financial controller, where she was responsible for both finance and risk management. Adrian has a Master of Commerce from the University of New South Wales and a Master of Applied Finance from Macquarie University. She is a Director of Women in Banking and Finance, a member of the FINCIA Institutional Markets Advisory Group and of the Australian Institute of Company Directors. I now invite Adrian to deliver the occasional address. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Good morning, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, family and friends, and all the extended support group that were key to getting the graduates where they are today. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the Macquarie University land, the Watamadgal clan of the Darug Nation. I pay my respects to elders past and present, and also to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander families and friends that are present with us here today. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. As you heard, I completed my Master of Applied Finance here in 1998, and I delivered the postgraduate address at my graduation. So today feels like absolute full circle. Ahead of today, I did research some notable graduation speeches. The best I found was Robert Smith at Morehouse College earlier this year. He's a billionaire investor who promised all the graduates he'd pay off all their student loans. I'm sorry, you're all going to be truly disappointed today. But for me, my master's course was a career game changer. It allowed me to make the transition from my accounting role to corporate finance, and now to lead Bank of America's financial institutions business in Asia Pacific. Thank you to Macquarie University for providing me the skills and giving me the confidence to make that move. To my fellow graduates, that all sounds like a very linear progression. In reality, it's far more nuanced. There were jobs I didn't get, pay rises I missed out on, and deals that did not happen. None of those setbacks appear on my resume, but they're all part of the career experience that we all need. You are now the graduating class of 2019. I celebrate all you have achieved to get here today, but today is not the end. In the US, this is called the Commencement Speech, because today is the start of something awesome, especially because we don't really know how it will unfold. Another speech I do recommend is watching Randy Pausch. He was a brilliant professor of human-computer interaction and a pioneer in virtual reality. He recommended following your childhood dreams, and he describes how he achieved them. Listen if you can, it's truly inspiring. But most of the advice that I read was to go with what you know. So today, I will share my experiences at starting and some advice that I hope will be helpful. Now is a really interesting time to be working in finance. The pace of technological change is faster than it's ever been. There's a renewed focus on getting the best customer outcomes, and the world is truly global. Payments will be made internationally, instantly, from a phone or a watch. Distributed ledgers will do the same for shares. No more signing checks, which was one of my first jobs. Digital payments are replacing cash. Look out for open banking, which is the regulation that gives you the right to share the data that the banks have for you. Then there's big data, artificial intelligence, and a growing number of fintech companies. Also, about a quarter of the bonds on issue today, that's about 15 trillion, have negative interest rates. That's not how finance is supposed to work. So while we hear about Trump, Brexit, and trade wars creating geopolitical uncertainty, there are also exciting and interesting opportunities that will likely change the way we do business and the way that we work. Which brings me to my first point. Enjoy what you choose to do and be interested in learning about it. My undergraduate degree is in chemistry, but what I really wanted to do was travel. So my first full-time job was at a domestic airline. My job was to book flights for people. I had just moved up from Adelaide. I did not understand the geography and spent some time trying to book people from Wollongong to Sydney by aeroplane. After about 9 months, I worked out that while I loved to travel, I didn't really care about booking other people's. So I had to find a new start. My first job in banking was as a junior accountant at UBS, the Swiss bank. I was over the moon when I got that job. I thought I'd hit the big time. One of the businesses the bank did was to buy and sell gold. The gold trader would agree with a mining company how much he was going to buy and sell and agree the price. He would then record the order on a pad of paper that was impregnated with carbon to make multiple copies. Then we had a runner. Yes, that was his job. He would split it into 3 and deliver 1 copy to me and another copy to the operations team. The operations team would move the gold, and my job was to type the details into the accounting system. This was best-in-class processing. Today, all these jobs are done automatically, instantly, and with many fewer errors than when I did it. But this was my first job. I learned how the market worked, when prices were going up or down, different ways to hedge, and the economic impact on the price of gold. I asked lots of questions and I thought it was fascinating. Your first jobs will all be very different. Look for jobs in areas that you're interested in and opportunities to learn. And for the postgraduates, this is not just for your first job, but for every job after that. Then, once you're in the workplace, you have an opportunity to create a positive environment, a purpose. At every level, we have a role to play to ensure that the work and the environment that we work in is one where we and others want to work in for the many hours that we're there. It's great to look out and see a truly diverse group of graduates. In most organisations today, while there is a focus on creating a diverse and inclusive culture, it is still progressing, and we're not where we should be. So we must all do our part. As you heard, I joined the networking group at Bank of America to promote female inclusion and became a director of Women in Banking and Finance. And then even in finance, we can play a broader role to create positive outcomes. There are now about 30 trillion worth of assets under management that have sustainable investment principles. In the first half of this year, 168 billion of loans and bonds were issued to finance green projects or were linked to sustainable outcomes. So in this way, even in a lending role, there is a way to drive positive outcomes. And finally, do prioritise the other childhood goals that are important to you. There is a lot written about work-life balance. To be honest, it never feels very balanced to me. It's a constant juggle, but make it work for you, your way. I like to run and do find the time. And of course, my family are really important. My mum is here today, and hopefully my sons are watching on the live stream. I wish you all the best of luck as you commence today. I wish you enjoyment, more learning, opportunities to make a difference, and every success in all of your goals. I look forward to following your progress and working with you or for you. Congratulations, 2019 graduates.
Adrian, thank you so much, and can I congratulate you on such a wonderful occasional address. Thank you. I loved your focus on beginnings, even the use of the American term commencement as opposed to our more normal term of graduation. I think it's the right word to use in many ways. This is a commencement. Many of you have already commenced, but you're very, very much in that spirit now. And I think the realistic tone of saying this isn't a linear journey, this isn't something that steps out. There'll be good days, there'll be bad days, there'll be 2 steps forwards, 1 step backwards. But it's about taking those steps, embracing change in the world, but embracing change in you as well, as you develop, as you move on in your careers. Always willing to think about what comes next in education, because that's going to be the story of, I think, lives in the future. So I think it's a powerful address, it's an important address, and I think we're very grateful and appreciative that you've come here today to talk to us. So I think you'll agree with me that Adrian deserves another round of applause. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for their awards. I now call on our acting registrar, Ms. Nermeen Abraham, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all the candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
I'm pretty sure that's you. In the name of the Macquarie University Council, and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. I now call on Professor Lorne Cummings, Associate Dean Research of the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Professor Cummings.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. Our purpose is to provide inspiring and engaging business education and research that is useful to students throughout their careers and for solving society's biggest problems. Profound changes are taking place in the world today. The scale and combination of significant demographic, economic, political, technological, environmental and social changes underway present immense opportunities and challenges for business and wider human society. These changes in turn are shaping the nature of work and the pattern of education and skill acquisition that people need today. Our role is to create knowledge through applied research in the areas of marketing, management, finance, economics, actuarial studies and accounting. Working with our academic and corporate partners, students and alumni, we create and share research that addresses business and societal challenges. Our programs are innovative and include engagement with industry as well as the development of employability skills. These skills developed are in high demand globally. Our programs are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies, and we enjoy a strong reputation amongst the business and professional communities. These graduates have the skills, knowledge and purpose to make a positive contribution to their families, to their communities and to the world. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Macquarie Business School whom you have had admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance, Jason Chance. Gunj Chinbat. Nicholas Dimitriadis. Joseph Eaton. Onur Fadeva. Francisca Celine Gamarita. Daniel Hadsu. Nagon Fu Han. Matthew Hinks. Nicholas James. Zoran Kanta. Tian Lin Lee. Hauran Lee. Timothy Lotfi. Yingxian Lu. Harrison Mitchell. Lewis Muscat. Paula Nuckley. Lokura Lalagay Perare. Sherry Pun. Campbell Quirk. Sadhya Reddy. Jingyan Rern. Partha Sahta. Jong Hong Tan. Jingbo Wang. Jaden Zalak. Biao Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Alexander Harper. Chai Hua Huang. Weijie Huang. Anum Hussain. Anthony Jelinich. Aki Kanito. Matthew Kelly. Christopher Katenis. T2 Hui Lang. Hai Quinn Lee. Jae Won Lee. Fern Ming Lee. Jia Li. Wan Chi Li. Xiao Han Li. Yu Ying Liang. Jingjing Liu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, Alif Manzoor Ahmed. Mei Hang An. Arun Anthony. Ahmed Ashmal. Tukia Uslam. Fatima Babur. Sudeep Bandari. Tanshanok Buniman. Claire Bushrod. Chern Tsai. Lei Cao. Rika Sandina. Musang Chern. Xiaoyan Chern. Luchi Tsui. Shuyue Sui. Sin-Chi Chun. Ni Dai. Nirwan Sandapai Dave, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Eugene Ding. Dan Fung Do. Fan Dung. Yijing Dung. Yuejia Du. Shujie Duan. Xian Yue Fern. Fern Gao. Xinzhe Gao. Xueting Gao. Sahil Mohan Godbol. Hao Gung. Mo Xuan Gong. Reshan Guang. Jingguo. Jiaqi He. Peng Yu He. Ruo Bing Ho. Dan Hu. Jianing Hu. Holly Huang. Ninghan Huang. Yanqing Huang. He Huang. Pei Chi Hung. Farhana Islam. Chan Jiang. Nan Jiang. Yucheng Jiang. Tian Yu Jin. Etimad Ui Karim. Shanmukha Sai Gupta Kanati. Anshul Kataria. Zamir Ui Hassan Khan. Wan Ching Lai. Chen Shi Li. Hao Chi Li. Ji Li. Lan Li. Miao Li. Yijun Li. Yueming Li. Zhenyang Liang. Lin Lin. Hao Liu. Hung Yi Liu. Nian Liu, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Ching Liu. Chin Yi Liu. Tao Liu. Yiwen Liu. Yubo Liu. Zhe Liu. Liang Haolu. Bai Lu Luo. Yajie Liu. Wen Ting Ma. Sakif Mahmud. Sai Sandeep Makanini. Hong Tao Mei. Anastasia Mitskovskaya. Shaf Oi Hassan Mohammed. Mohammed Monarazaman. Tui Trang Ngor. Antoine Nguyen. Tahamina Asan Nico. Mahajabin Mustafiz Nova. Won Young Park. Zerchi Pei. Wan Sing Chu. Hua Tung. Zheching Xian. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Banking and Finance, Tanvir Ahmed. Ishta Arora. Tavshinbaya Badandoj. Shivang Jamal Bodaji. Teresa Limei Cheng. Praneet Chindanur. Ujwal Dev. Peng Dung. Nigel Souza. Bat Erdine Engbat. Pat Gupta. Si Chong Hao. Hetet Hilwan. Jia Cheng Kung. Jinseong Krishnan. Kritika Singh. Sinjua Lee. Sheyong Liu. Peng Lu. Nihal Sunil Manglani. Batung Nguyen. TDM Huang Nguyen. T2 Ha Nguyen. Varun Pal. Ariadna Perez Gomez. Din Dui Pham. Samira Prasai Achaya. Sumit Subodh Ranadive. Apurva Ravindra. Sarab Bamecha. Raunak Kumar Singh. Christopher Conan Sutrisna. Lex Voltaire Tamayo. Bo Wan Tang. Richard Tanugraha. Kapu Tun. Duk Trun Tran. Hu Tuan Tran. Viet Turn Truk Tran, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Xiaoying Xu. Rohit Yadav. Xiaohang Yang. Jiawei Zhang. Tian Yuan Zhou. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, a high degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Chan Yuan Ge, for a thesis entitled Interaction Between Mutual Fund Managers and Fund Investors. Dr. Yi Lian Guo for a thesis entitled 3 Essays on Market Discipline in the Banking Industry. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce, Master of Accounting, Abdul Chowdhury. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Macquarie Business School.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, I call on Ms. Adriana Perez Gomez, who has graduated today with a Master of Banking and Finance, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms. Gomez.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests. First, I feel really honored on speaking on behalf of the Faculty of Business and Economics. I want to thank the academic body, our family and friends, who either inspired us to finish our degree or gave us that pep talk when we felt like quitting. Because the truth is that without them on every step of our journey, we wouldn't have reached our destination. Today, I want to share 2 philosophies that have really inspired me. The first is from Oprah Winfrey, who said, "Let excellence be your brand, even when nobody is looking." I truly believe in this quote because excellence should not be pursued to impress others. On the contrary, it should be pursued to become the best version of yourself. And when you do so, recognition will follow. And the second quote that I want to share with you this morning is from Eliud Kipchoge, who is one of the greatest marathon runners and who currently holds the world record. He said, "A small sacrifice, a small success. Big sacrifice, great success." I wanted to share this quote because I have no doubts that getting our degree is a great victory, but it came with different sacrifices along the way. Some small, like saying no to our friends to Thursday U-Bar parties or to the ranch nights on Wednesdays, or even missing those amazing trips that our exchange friends were always organizing. But there were also big sacrifices. For example, leaving our family, culture, or even our best friends to study overseas. Not to mention all of those nights without sleeping to finish that assignment due, or the endless visits to the library. I am pretty sure that right now you may be thinking on all of those sacrifices that you had made to be here. But the good news is that we did it. However, this degree comes with responsibility. This degree is not just an academic title. It's the key to make a difference in our countries and in our society. Because we had the opportunity to learn about finance, accounting, economics, and so on. But more importantly, we learned about inclusion, diversity, and equality. We came from different countries, and each country with its own difficulties. For example, I am from Mexico, where according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, only 23% of the population achieves a tertiary education degree, and only 1% has the opportunity to study overseas. Consequently, my responsibility is big, because people will always expect more from me. But right there is an opportunity to set an example. Yes, people will expect more from us, because we have a degree, but let's prove them that education matters by taking ownership of the problems that the world is facing. For instance, poverty, injustice, and climate change, because now we are empowered to make a difference. Finally, today, we will walk out of here with a new milestone reached, of which we should feel deeply proud and celebrate on our success. We are closing a chapter, but we are also starting a new one. So let's make it as unforgettable as this one. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Ariadna, for those excellent remarks. I think that was a really wonderful speech on behalf of your graduating friends and colleagues. I think your reflections on the philosophies that inspired you was really interesting, and I think your reflections on the good times and the hard times of being at university, including international students, leaving for family and friends behind. It's hard. But against that, there are many, as you say, privileges but responsibilities. And I think your reflection again on going back to our occasional speaker, the future, looking forward, where to from here, was really, really inspiring as well. So thank you very much, and please join me to thank Ariadna one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, that wonderful voice belongs to Ms. Angela Brewer, who's also the CEO and the Artistic Director of Coast Opera Australia. But I think you'll agree that she adds something very, very special to our ceremony. So would you please join me in thanking her again for that wonderful performance. I'd also like to thank our musicians, and I ask you to join me in thanking our musicians. Firstly, on the organ, Dr. James Forsyth. And on the trumpet, Mr. David Pye. In addition, I want to take this opportunity to thank and acknowledge the representatives from our alumni community who come here today to help you through the day, to help support you celebrate this occasion. So will you please join me in thanking our alumni. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's certainly not the end of your association with us. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network, as I mentioned earlier, of over 190,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope that you'll come back here to attend alumni events, to undertake more study, or simply to visit our beautiful campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, as we discussed earlier, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. And I'd like to finish with some thoughts for you to take away. First, I'd like to urge you to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves, and I urge you to continue the hard work that's already brought you so far. However, I urge you also to think about how you can help others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a difference in someone's life. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to change the world. Sometimes simply a kind word or a kind gesture can mean an enormous amount to a recipient. So I urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. I also challenge you to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you've learned here, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of your communities. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Finally, I hope that you will always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here right now or are watching you. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to stand up. And I want you to turn around and place your testamers on your seats and turn around to face your family and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. You can turn around, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them also. Now, graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamers from the seat behind you, as we'll soon be leaving. Again, to the newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. And now, as our formal proceedings draw to a close, might I ask everyone to stand? Shortly, I will lead out the official party to be followed by the graduates. I then invite all of you to follow the graduates down to the marquee for light refreshments. Thank you all for being here today with us.